Do you love roast beef? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I make it at home. Guys, it is simple and delicious. And if you have a pellet smoker or a charcoal grill, holy cow, we can layer in some delicious flavor, show you how to save some money at home, and just eat some delicious roast beef. Guys, you know what to do. Hit those buttons, like and subscribe. It's your boy Saucy Rossy, the Canadian king of backyard barbecue, and I'm having way too much fun with this recipe. Let's start from the top. So I went to my local grocery store, Sobeys, and I saw this beef roast. It's an inside round oven roast. But just because it says oven roast doesn't mean we can't use it low and slow on the smoker. All right, so I took Heavy Hands Hank Everything Dry Rub. And man, oh man, after liberally seasoning this piece of meat, I was pumped because it was ready to go out there and it was smelling glorious. I really like this everything seasoning. I find it goes beautifully with beef as well as other meats. I'm not trying to advertise here. I just think it's a really good dry rub. So if you get the chance, make sure you check it out. And here's this big old hunk of meat ready to go out. Now, lately, I've been really enjoying my meter thermometer. I'm finding it really easy to monitor my internal temperatures. Again, this is not sponsored. I'm just trying to show you what I've been using and what I've been enjoying. And this thermometer has made making roast beef as well as just barbecue in general way easier. So I've got it out on my Traeger Woodridge Pro, and I'm running it at 225 degrees with super smoke mode turned on. And that's just going to really impart some delicious flavor into this little piece of beef. Now, one of the things I'm going to mention about this cut is that it is extremely lean. There is not much intermuscular fat here. So we're going to smoke it low and slow, but it's very important that you don't dry it out. I'm aiming for an internal temperature of about 132 to 135 degrees. And I'm going to be paying close attention to that meat thermometer because this piece of meat is going to come up to temp faster than you think. This probably only took me about 2.5 hours total for me to hit that internal temperature of about 135 out on my Traeger Woodridge Pro. Now, I'll repeat myself. I was smoking this at 225 degrees using super smoke mode. Again, we're trying to impart as much of that smoky, delicious flavor as possible. So once we hit that 135, we're going to pull it off to rest, but it's important you do this correctly. Pull it off onto some parchment paper. Remove that thermometer. Let it sit for maybe 10-20 minutes to cool off just a little bit and release that temperature. We want it closer to about 90 or 100 degrees. And we're going to wrap it in some butcher paper just like this. Then we're going to go a couple layers deeper. We're going to add some saran wrap in. And we're really going to seal in all those juices and we're going to refrigerate this, okay? And what that's going to do is it's basically going to take that beefy flavor, all that internal juice from any intermuscular fat that was in there that may have rendered down, as well as just the beefy flavor that was already there. And it's just going to lock it in. Just put this in the fridge for about 4 to 6 hours. You can even go all the way up to overnight and it will come out looking glorious. Look at this hunk of beef. After about 6 hours in my refrigerator, it's looking absolutely spectacular. This is exactly what I wanted. So we're just going to pet that little humidity dry there. Nothing crazy. Wipe some of that off just with paper towel. I shouldn't say wipe. You want to just pet it because wiping will affect the dry rub on the outside. Just pet it with just a little cloth or something. Then find the grain, slice against it, and man, oh man, go to the thickness you want. Now, I like my roast beef very, very thin. I mean, you can go thick if you'd like. Personally, though, I find when you go nice and tight like this, holy cow, it's a 10 out of 10. Now, guys, one of the things I'm just going to point out here right now is the price of meat. That's one of the reasons I'm showing off this recipe. I mean, the cost of beef has gone up dramatically. Even sandwich meat, a little package of like 600 grams of some roast beef was like $11. So for buying this for about $14 and doing it myself, holy cow, I've pretty much tripled the amount of beef that I get, and it's a 10 out of 10. So if you're like me and, finding the cost of meat going up as shitty as I do, sorry for swearing, holy cow, this is definitely a recipe I suggest you learn more about, or even just understanding you can make your own sandwich meat, like roasted turkey breast, or like any of that. So that's a conversation for another time. I just strongly suggest you learn more about this. Anyway, so we've cooked all this roast beef. Obviously, we need to make something with it. So let's go ahead, grab some King's Hawaiian rolls. I love these, the savory butter rolls. They're delicious. I top them with some cheese, both sides, throw it into the oven. Then once that cheese is melted, I top one layer with a bunch of that roast beef, put a little sauce on the other side, back in the oven to heat it all up. Then pull it out, top it with a little coleslaw, and man, oh man, we have some diabolically delicious sliders. Check these out. Seriously, a 10 out of 10. Man, this recipe is simple and delicious. And the fact that you can make all that roast beef for yourself is seriously something I recommend. If you're still here at this point, it really means a lot to me. You're like in the 0.5%. So shout out to you. It really means the world to me. I hope you're having a great day. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Make sure to like on Instagram and TikTok. Hit me with some follows, all that kind of stuff. You know what to do. It's your boy, Saucy Rossy. Take care and stay safe.